Hey guys, it's Joy. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing my makeup using color theory using this inspo to take me from this to this. So let's get into the video. First, I like to start off with skincare. I don't know if primer by e.l.f. counts, but I put this on first before I put on like my bronzing drops and sunscreen, which you will see. And I've never tried this on bare skin, but it was really sticking. After that, I put on sunscreen with bronzer drops from Sephora. This is just a regular sunscreen from Target. Really good one. $5.99. Not sponsored, but I really love the product. And when I mixed it like this and just put a bunch of product, I love the effect that it had on my skin. I've been really into dewy looks lately. I'm not really good at them because I love a matte like under eye, but I really love how shiny my face was and glowy. Like it didn't give oily, it gave like glass skin, even though my skin isn't clear. I went in with this e.l.f. product, and I would say for the Glow e.l.f. foundation, it's kind of like a tint, and I would recommend not using a beauty blender, which is what I did because I feel like it takes the product off. I want to try rubbing it in with my hands next time. After that, I went in with this e.l.f. bronzer. Really been loving this product. This is the darkest one, and I feel like I should never be the darkest shade, but this is like what I got, and I like it, but I feel like if you're darker than me, good luck. I went in with this thread foundation. I do feel like if you're doing a dewy look, this isn't a good foundation for you unless you have like a dewy blush slash dewy setting spray. I don't know. I went in with two different brushes to blend this out. I first blended out the bronzer. It doesn't really matter what order you go in, but this is just the one I went in. I added some more foundation just to really bring that color in because that's my true shade. The other shade ain't really my shade, you know what I'm saying? So I went in with another brush to blend that out. And one thing I would highly recommend when you're doing this to go back in with the other brush. Don't add product and just blend out that bronzer one more time. As you can see, I'm doing that here because you just want to smooth it out. You want everything to be smoothed out. You don't want really harsh lines. Also went in with my nose. I know my nose look crazy, but this is my process. I got it from this lady on TikTok. I think her name's Uche, and I love the way she does her makeup and her base. And I just started contouring my nose like that, and I love it. And then I did something really fun. I took the NYX stick. It's a multi-stick, so you could do whatever with it. I put it on my eyebrows before this video, and I was like, wait, brown eyebrows? I kind of love this. And it was so easy to apply. So that's what I did for this look because when you're doing color theory, you want to use the shades that look best on you. I unfortunately didn't have a brown wig on, but that would have really made the look. But I went in with some brown eyebrows, and I can't lie, I need to buy a brown wig like instantly that's this same color because I love the brown eyebrows. So I feel like brown hair would really go good on my skin tone. And so the whole point of color theory is kind of just using shades and colors that basically make your skin glow and pop. You don't want to feel dull. You don't want to feel like you're wearing a shade that's just kind of throwing your skin contrast off. So for me, I have a warm undertone, I believe, and like kind of a gold overtone. I don't know if that's possible, but that's kind of just what I looked up using like AI and stuff, and it basically gave me that. And then it told me what colors look best on me, which I'm a dark autumn, and I absolutely love dark autumn colors. I'm a big fan of black, as you can see, as you heard in my past videos, maybe or maybe not. And I really love dark colors. So I like that I'm a dark autumn. I will say for this look, I definitely went for a very natural brown reddish look. I don't know if it picks it up on camera, but that's kind of what I went for. And I will be doing this again. A more glam look, a more glam version of this. I also went in with the Morphe and e.l.f. Concealer, and I blended it out with a mini beauty blender. That's just my little tip if you want to get in those corners. I mixed it because the e.l.f. one is a little yellow and the other one's more like neutral, so I felt like it would be really good because they said I have a warm undertone, so I wanted to bring in a little warmth from that yellow if possible. And also, they said I have a gold overtone, so I thought that the yellow would kind of help, but I don't want it to be so harsh because sometimes it's like really harsh and I'm like, I'm scared. I look like a banana. But this is what the base looks like. All like glowy and dewy, and yes, I went in with powder. I was going for a bit of a dewy look, not a full-on dewy look. So I had to bring out my powder. I'm thinking about going into a more neutral shade. Y'all let me know if I should do that. I want to go in with a more neutral shade for the powder. I just highlight my usual, not highlight, I just powdered my usual places. I just made sure to not, like where my bronzer is or where I would put my blush, I made sure not to put any setting powder there because I still wanted it to be a little shiny. This is me going in with my eyeshadow. I'm using a brown from this Morphe palette. You guys see it all the time. If you're new here, I love me a good Morphe palette. They're very pigmented. They work well on my skin. And yeah, I'm basically going for a very warm tone brown eyeshadow look. I did say earlier that this is a natural look, so it's not my dramatic, my usual, but I wanted to try like a brown, reddish, orange-ish look. I just mixed a bunch of stuff together, as you guys can see, and if you're really paying attention, you could see what shades I used. But yeah, I really love this look. I low-key felt like after I was done, I was like, this could be an everyday look. This isn't just a regular like video for me. This could really be my new everyday for real. I would have to make a commitment to the eyebrows, but I'm not mad at them. It's just because you'll see at the end, my hair does not match my eyebrows. That bothers me, but like I said, I didn't have a wig to put on at the moment that was brown, but I'm gonna be checking TikTok shop because I love that color. Also went in and used that same color as eyeliner. I can't lie, it didn't really pop up. I am a brown girl. I am a brown girl and it did not pop up on me. So I had to go in with a darker brown from that same Morphe palette and kind of just smudge that in. I didn't make it like an eyeliner, but I just put it in those same places that I was trying to put the Multi-Stick by NYX in. And my thing about the Multi-Stick by NYX, I thought the brown was going to be deeper than that, but it ended up being lighter. It works for my eyebrows though. Sorry about the sirens in the back. But yeah, I really love how this look came out. It just gave natural, but like I did something, but not too much. I also like to use eyeshadow as blush occasionally. I put that in one of my videos. So that's what I did. I kind of used some of the shades that I put on my eyelids, and I also use this pink out of the same palette to kind of just lighten it up. I don't know why, but on camera it never picks up my blush. Like I have to cake on the blush. I didn't really do that this time because I didn't want to mess it up for the photos, but for some reason on camera sometimes it doesn't pick up the blush. But know that it's there. I know you don't really see it, but it's there. And I basically went in with the same shades that I did on my eyes, and I feel like now that I'm really looking at this look, it kind of gave a warm bronzy feeling, kind of definitely a perfect fall look. I know I'm a bit early, I'm a bit early, it's still spring, but this is definitely a fall look. I went in with some liner and this red. Honestly, I don't know where this is from. My mom gave it to me and it's doing its job. So I didn't put it on like I would like normally put on lipstick. I just put it on and kind of just rubbed it in a little bit. I wanted that it's like it's there, but it's not really there. And then a little bit of that to kind of make my lips look moisturized. It's e.l.f. I feel like you guys seen it in the last video. Then I went in with mascara because I was gonna do lashes, but I was like, since this look is like more natural, let's just do my natural eyelashes. Now they do have a brown one and I really want to try it because that would really be the cherry on top. Brown wig, brown eyebrows, brown lashes. That would be cute. But this is what the look came out to be. As you can see, my hair doesn't match, but I love it. It's so cute. It definitely is less harsh than it usually is. But that is the look. I hope that you guys love it. I'll see you guys next time.